Hey, this is Corky French, the founder and senior minister from Community Outreach Ministries, and we're out here today at beautiful Nashville Golf and Athletic Club celebrating our 11th annual Community Outreach Ministries Golf Challenge. We got a lot of great folks here with us. We're going to let some of them talk to you about Community Outreach Ministries.
Hi, I'm George Metzger, and I'm a board member of Community Outreach Ministries, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what the ministry is all about. I think it's first and foremost you need to understand the overriding mission of COM is to spread God's love, grace, hope, and peace to those in Williamson County, regardless of their church affiliation or lack of church affiliation. We're doing this through three primary programs that you'll hear more about. One, the Ezra Connection, which provides respite for caregivers, for those that have to provide services for Alzheimer's patients, dementia patients, cancer survivors, is an opportunity for them to see the grace and mercy that God provides. Secondly, we deal with the law enforcement community within Williamson County, and our founder and minister of Community Outreach Ministries, Corky French, is the chaplain for the Williamson County Sheriff's Department. Law enforcement is a terribly difficult task, and as frequently those that protect and serve are those that are forgotten in the community, and we provide outreach to them to let them know that the community cares for them and cares for what they do. And finally, we focus on the youth of Williamson County. There's a program that was started by Corky French at Brentwood High School called Outside the Lines, where we teach the lessons that are learned on the playing field and how they are applied to real life situations as they move on from high school into their adult lives. That's what COM is about.
There are two reasons why I decided to be involved in Community Outreach Ministries. The first, as my wife and I got involved around Williamson County, we noticed various people going through struggles and challenges to make ends meet. We're all blessed here in Williamson County, but at times various individuals need just a helping hand financially, and the ability to close that gap and help. The second were challenges. We all go through challenges at times, and a lot of us have family, churches, other friends, other Christians to help walk us through these challenges. But if you don't have that type of support group, we noticed that Community Outreach Ministries really could connect and help individuals walk through those challenges together and connect them to a church or individuals that could help them through this journey. Now let's hear from Chanel what Community Outreach Ministries is doing for citizens of our county. Thank you.
My name is Chanel Joseph, and I am a board member of Community Outreach Ministries here in Williamson County. And one of the ministries that we have, and we've started a couple of years ago, is the Ezra Connection Ministry. And this is a ministry that is focused on caregivers. It could be caregivers to dementia patients, Alzheimer's patients, cancer patients, or any others with debilitating diseases. What many people don't realize is that across this country, there are 67 million folks, especially on the Alzheimer's side, who need care, and many of the people, for whatever reason, have not been able to either save or don't have the money to put a family member into full-time care, so they need to take care of them on their own. And it's become a very, very challenging piece in this country. In fact, I know straight from the heart that our founder and one of our leaders, Corky French, has a mom and dad both that have suffered with this for 10 years, and it's a lot of stress, it's a lot of strain. You've got to be there while you have your own job and your own family to take care of them. And I can give you another example. I was in a Kroger one day here in Franklin, and I just started engaging with the gentleman in the vegetable section, and we started talking, and I asked him how long he worked there, and he told me that he's been there for about 10 years and he works the second shift. And I said, oh, okay, so you've done that for a long time, you like the second shift? And he said, I do it because I have to. And he told me that his wife's mom lives with him. She has Alzheimer's and she needs full-time care, and they don't have any other family members, and she didn't have a long-term plan paid for. So his wife works in the daytimes and he stays home and takes care of the mother-in-law, and then he works at night and she's home. And he told me he bought a bass boat 8 years ago and has never gotten to use it. They have not been on a date in 5 years. And I'll just tell you that when I told my wife, it broke both our hearts. So I have a very big passion for this ministry. And what our goals are is to go out and be able to give respite to those that are caregivers. And that's going to mean a lot of different things. It can mean getting together with them and just allowing them to vent and talk and open up about what they're going through and meet with others that are going through the same thing. It can mean something like what we're looking at long term, which is providing volunteers that have a background or that at least are trained to be able to go in and stay with somebody so that that person that's the caregiver can go out, be gone 5 hours, be gone 3 hours, get a haircut, go to the beauty shop, go out with friends, etc. So we've got a lot more that we can do in this ministry, and we'd love to be able to have you partner with us and know more about what we do, and really looking forward to being able to grow this caregivers ministry.
We have several vehicles that we use to take the help, hope, and healing to our community that we have to offer. And one of the largest of those is the work that we do in law enforcement officers. Law enforcement is one of the most stressful jobs in the world, and the results of that is very difficult lives for those who serve in that profession. The suicide rate among law enforcement officers is twice the national average. The alcoholism rate among law enforcement officers is twice the national average. The spousal abuse rate is much higher than the national average. And their death rates are much lower than the national average, all because of their stress. And so we're able to bring help and hope and healing to them, support them in a lot of different ways. We are the guys that go to the door and deliver death notifications. We're the people that go to serious accidents and deal with serious trauma and follow up with people in the community that have experienced trauma. We also do a lot of teaching and training among law enforcement officers, helping them to know how to deal with that stress and helping them know day by day how to deal with it. We pastor almost 1,200 people at the Williamson County Sheriff's Office and provide all kinds of counseling, support, help as they walk their daily lives and with their families.
One of the programs Community Outreach Ministries provides is one called Outside the Lines, and that's a weekly seminar series where over 200 young public high school athletes learn from people who've had similar life experiences and can help them understand valuable life lessons by conveying the experiences they've had before them. It's important for these athletes to understand that there's more than life than just what happens between the lines, but they need to be armed for life outside the lines.
Funding is an issue for every nonprofit, and Community Outreach Ministries is no different. But before you understand our funding issues, you need to know that COM charges no fees for the services that we provide to any individual, regardless of their economic situation. And also we receive no fees or payments from any municipality or taxing authority within Williamson County. Our services, as is God's outreach to you, is without a charge. But in order to do that, we rely on activities such as this golf outing and a fall event called A Night for Hope, where we have a dinner and a silent auction. 4 out of $5 that support our ministry are raised through those two events. And people wonder, how can you do that? Well, it comes down to essentially, we talk to those that volunteered and provide funds for COM, and their reasons are pretty simple. Somebody asked them, or they were touched by a story of what COM has done in the lives of others. They feel that it's God's wish for them, that they're able to share their prosperity. And third, they know that what we do is an extension of what they could do for others. And that's what makes COM special.
Hopefully you learned a little bit today about Community Outreach Ministries as we've been here celebrating our 11th annual Community Outreach Ministries Golf Challenge. We'd love to have you partner with us as we take help, hope, and healing to the broken, the bruised, the wounded, sometimes the invisible and forgotten in our community. If you're interested in more information, check out our website, contact us through the website, or call us at 615-591-1441. We'd love to talk to you. God bless you.